Welcome to Module 9, Email Outreach. In this module, we're going to build post-campaign email outreach to deal with those who've responded to our landing page or other parts of our campaign. We're going to use our AI to generate sequences that feel personal and speak to the innovation champion's mindset, and also stay aligned with our campaign message. We want these emails not to sound robotic. So here's what we're going to do. I've got a brand new chat, and just to remind it of what we've worked on, I'm going to upload the campaign brief and then the landing page. I write in, attached is our information about our campaign, please analyze, and this will have our chatbot go review the materials and refresh their knowledge about them so that we can start writing emails. Now, ever helpful, the AI will make suggestions. So, for example, adding industry-specific variations of use case for relevance, not a bad idea. It might be something we want to consider if we want to fill this out. And you can bet ChatGPT would be more than happy to help you with this. All right, so the analysis is complete. We're going to begin with emails. So I'm going to add in a prompt that says, write a first touch email for someone who responded to any quests, scale your AI, not your headcount campaign. They're an innovation champion, someone already experimenting with AI at a mid-sized company. The goal is to thank them for their interest, personalize based on their likely challenge, and invite them to book a demo to see a use case. I've also added a tone suggestion. So let's look at what it came up with. Thanks for engaging with our Scale Your AI, Not Your Headcount campaign. Clearly, you're already ahead of the curve. Everyone likes a little acknowledgement, don't they? We often hear from innovation champions like you. AI pilots are running, but scaling them across teams without leaning on engineering is where things get stuck. Once again, this is a primary pain that we solve, and we want to make sure they have that pain and know that we can solve it for them. Now, if you notice in the subject line, there's an emoji. Let's remind it never to use emojis. Please do not ever use emoji in our work together. See, it sneaks them in there. It really cannot help itself. Okay. So this isn't bad. We're going to keep it for now. Now we're going to write a second email. This is a polite follow-up email for somebody who engaged with the campaign but has not replied to the first outreach. Keep the tone warm and professional. Remind them of what AnyQuest offers, how it helps innovation champions operationalize AI, and the invitation to book a personalized demo. We also want to make it easy for them to respond or reschedule. So let's see what it came up with. I wanted to follow up in case my last note got buried. At AnyQuest, we help innovation champions like you turn promising AI pilots into scalable no-code workflows without relying on engineers. Our platform makes it easy to build multi-step agents that integrate with your existing tools and actually get adopted across teams. If you're still exploring how to operationalize AI across the org, I would be glad to walk you through a few real use cases and a short demo. You can find a time that works for you here. Book your demo. I like this CTA. And if now is not the right time, feel free to reply or reschedule. We're happy to meet you where you are. That is so lovely. Now let's add another email for someone that's not responded to these emails. Write a follow-up email to close the loop with someone who hasn't responded after 2 emails. Be respectful and light in tone. Use a subject line like, should I close the file? Or, still interested in scaling your AI? Include a quick recap of what AnyQuest does, one strong reason to reconsider, a no-pressure CTA. Let's see what it comes up with. Just checking in one last time. I don't want to keep bugging you if this isn't a priority right now. AnyQuest helps teams like yours scale AI beyond pilots without adding headcount or relying on engineers. Once again, our value proposition is up top. With no-code multi-step agents, innovation champions, meaning it's for you, are turning isolated wins into repeatable, high-impact workflows across their orgs. This is what you get if you AnyQuest it. Okay, so if they haven't responded to this message, they either aren't getting our emails or they really don't care right now. If that sounds like something worth exploring, I'd be happy to show you how it works or simply answer any questions you might have. I like that too, because sometimes booking a meeting is a big step, but if they have questions, maybe this is a way to warm up the prospect. No pressure at all, just reply, book a time, or let me know if you'd like to revisit this down the line. Wishing you continued success. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm happy with these emails. Now let's make a sequence for those who have responded to the campaign. This prompt is going to be, create a 3-step email sequence for leads who responded to AnyQuest's campaign. Audience, innovation champions at mid-market companies exploring AI. Include a warm email intro, beautiful. A follow-up that adds new insight or use case. A closing email that summarizes the value and leaves the door open. Use a tone that feels helpful, tech-savvy, and aligned with AnyQuest's voice. Let's dig into this for a second. I'm not providing a lot of structure, but I am providing the strategy for these emails. You don't have to do this, but then you don't really have any control over what the AI is going to come up with. So by giving it the structure of the emails, it can fill in the blanks and end up with something that's more useful. And notice, I don't have to explain my tone that I want it to use because we did that in a previous module and it's part of the ChatGPT knowledge. Let's scan these emails. Warm introduction, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for engaging. It's clear you're thinking ahead. Many people have a few strong pilots running, but have friction. That's where we help. Exactly. No code platform. Make it easy. Want a quick walkthrough? Yes, that's fine. The next email. Want to share a quick example we think you'll appreciate. One of our customers started with a single onboarding agent in HR. Within weeks, they reused that logic. That's an interesting thing to be throwing in there. To spin up agents for sales, support, and compliance without writing any code. What started as a pilot became an organization-wide playbook. Now, if you think of the job of an innovation champion at a company, this is what they're here for. It's not to come up with new shiny objects. It's to scale shiny objects for increased profitability or productivity. If you're still exploring how to get beyond AI pilots, set up a quick call. Love that. That's actually a really nice email and very on pitch for us. Final touch point. Hey, looping back in one last time. It's designed for leaders like you, those driving AI forward but hitting scale and adoption roadblocks. Love it. If someone is driving AI forward but they're not hitting scale and adoption roadblocks, they're really not ready for AnyQuest. They're probably just happy with what they're doing. So here's 3 benefits about the product and a note that says if you're not ready to chat, no problem. But if AI scale is on your roadmap, we'd love to show you how we can help. And then there's a couple of offers of how they can get in touch with us. Perfect. Now, ChatGPT has offered some tailoring for verticals if we want it. This may be something that we do if we need it, but we don't need this right now. So let's get it in a downloadable form and save it. And we would pass these emails to our email sequence people. And then let's save the emails. Once again, double check. Sometimes I've seen ChatGPT give me a blank document. So if you notice, I'm always verifying. Verifying is cheap. Redoing the work is annoying. Doing it from scratch, very annoying. So that looks pretty much like we talked about. There's up. If you notice, this is just 3 emails. Great. So we need, remember, a sequence for those who did not respond. Please make that downloadable Word format. This is why we check. And if you get annoyed at the AI, remember, you have an assistant that works for you and will do anything you ask to the best of its ability for 20 bucks a month. Like, I wouldn't even get out of bed for 20 bucks a month. So compartmentalize frustration. That's an AI tip for you. Okay, so it's come up with the non-responders. Let's validate and make sure that's right. This is the non-responder copy. Looks pretty good. Now, once again, human in the loop. If you don't like what it came up with, that's fine. Give it better instructions and it'll keep working the task. So in Module 9, you've seen how easy it is to make email copy and then steer that copy. In Module 10, we're going to do something similar, but with ad copy for 2 different platforms, Google and LinkedIn. We'll use ChatGPT to create all the context we need for the ads and also make sure the messaging aligns not only with our product, but with the specific campaign that we're going to run. So see you in the next module.